morning again, on a beautiful morning. We're out on the old girl again, Harriet the Honda. She was a bit reluctant to start this morning. Took a few presses of that start button to get her to fire up. I don't know why that is. That could be that carb balancing issue. I'll have to have a look into that. Normal Royal Enfield service will resume in due course. I just want to try and run as much of this fuel through as I can because it's got that liquid moly fuel treatment in it. To run it all through and clean everything out. But overall though, she's running lovely. Apart from that tick over, which I'll get round to. I don't know if we're going away this weekend. If we are, then I won't be doing it. But we'll see on that this weekend. No decisions have been made as yet. Yeah, I weren't going to bother this morning getting back out, but then I sorted somewhere out, so I thought, well, we'll soon be complaining when it's winter time when we can't get out, won't we? So I thought, bugger it, let's get it out, take it for a run. I did consider getting tracer out, but like I said, for that simple reason, I want to run this tank full through. Plus I'm still running these tyres in a bit and new brake shoes. I've done 74 miles since I put her back on road, nearly 75. We'll take her on a few lanes, stretch your legs a bit. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm a bit knackered this week for some reason. Probably getting up early to ride bikes and do filming and then doing a bit of editing, then going to work. Which, to be fair, I have got a fairly easy job. I can't complain on that front. Like I've said on many occasions, though in past now, the more I ride, the more I want to ride. Obviously not in bad weather, I'm not into that at all. Days like this, I think it's probably about 18 degrees today, which I think is perfect. Just sound beautiful though, doesn't she? Purrs along. You can see why they were so popular, these. That's why there's so many for sale second hand at decent prices. If I had room, I'd have the 1000 version, but I just simply haven't. 4 bikes in garage, I've got absolutely no chance. Hear that tapping, that's my wire for my microphone flapping. Try and deal with that for you. Look that wire in today. Yeah, I've been playing with sound a bit in DaVinci. Came across a video on YouTube of a guy that uses a restoration plugin. It gets rid of a lot of background noise. I must admit, it is quite impressive. If anybody's seen that re-upload I did on the raw sound video of this, the first one I put up, I got a lot of hissing noises to it. And that plugin gets rid of all that hissing. Quite impressive, to be honest. Yeah, there is some decent roads around here. Not fast roads, mine, but still enjoy them, can't you? I wish I had more time to do this, you know. You know, we're having three bikes now. I've got to try and get them all used same amount of time, and it's not easy. Not cheap either, I'll tell you. Well, that's another story. Got to spend your money on something, don't you? Why not motorbikes? That 16 years I had off bikes, you know, I don't know how I managed. Constantly thought about it, but couldn't afford it. Now I've got a bit of extra spare cash getting spent on these. It is nice round here, isn't it? We just have a little hour on a circular route, I think. I don't have to go mad. I just can get back then and relax before I have to get ready for work. Little gravelly Journey road. What a surprise, some roadworks, look. We're not used to seeing them, are we? No, that tick over's not right at all. If you can see that rev needle, sorry, jumping up and down a bit. They're definitely off balance, them. I think she'll run a hell of a lot better when I've sorted that. Well, I hope we're all enjoying this nice weather while it's here. We've had odd bits of rain up here, which I'm surprised we haven't had before now. We've not done bad at all, to be honest. And now they're talking about having hosepipe bans. So they've just put all water bills up. Now they're expecting us not to use it. The joys of private companies, eh? And they don't just think about the profits though, you know, they do think about the customers, which we all know is a load of bollocks. But there you go, we'll not get into that, eh? Sang it right for a change, eh? Not long since put loose chippings down on this road, so we'll have to be a little bit cautious. I hate it when they do that, loose chippings, as I'm sure all motorcyclists do. Just a cheap way of repairing roads. That back brake's not brilliant on this. Might have to look at that one. I'll renovate that one next, I think. Not good enough to pass MOT, but I think it needs doing, to be honest. Although when you get a good shove, it's not bad. But I don't want to be getting it too much of a good shove when there's no ABS, do I? Don't want to be getting into that. Gravel again, stone at Midlock Road. Stay there, mister. Go straight down this way for a change. I'd like to thank everybody also that's recently subscribed to my channel. I think it's 2,339 as of this morning. I do appreciate that, so thank you very much. I'm still heading up towards that 3,000 hours. It took me quite a while to get 4,000, but to be honest, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I don't. It won't worry me too much. I do enjoy doing this. Like I've said many times, it's mainly for the record, so I can look back at some of the rides that I've done. Just need to do longer ones when I get a bit more time. Now we'll have to see what the rest of this year brings. See, now we've come this way, I absolutely hate this junction. I don't know if that were a copper sat in that white BMW then. I tend to get a bit of sneakiness around here in West Yorkshire. Then it might not have been yet more loose chippings. God, it's bumpy on here. If they're going to do roads, why don't they just do them properly? Instead of doing it cheap way all the time. Do I think an old bike such as this is relevant today? Yeah, I do. Why not? Certainly more engaging. You've got no Euro restrictions. And believe me, you can tell. We'll have a turn left here for a change. God, it is a funny junction, this. Can't really see. Dead awkward. Something with this road surface, by the looks of it. All wore away. Shameful, isn't it, state of roads? Utterly shameful. They spend all this money on keeping us cars and bikes and whatever else in a fit state, and then they'll give roads like this to ride and drive on. Keep trying to go into top gear and I'm already in it. Yeah, it's only going to be a quick ride, this. Just to blow a few cobwebs off. Midweek ride. Another 3 days to work, including today. It's Wednesday today. Slowly looking forward to retirement, but then I've got another 10 years to do. I might go on to part-time when I get to 60. Which will be another 2.5 years. See if we can get rid of that little bit of the mortgage that we've got left. It's not massive. If we can get rid of that, then I might be able to drop onto a 2-home every 3 days a week. So we can look forward to that. We'll have to get some riding in then. And hopefully they'll have seen to roads by then. We can live in hope, can't we? We're not going to go through Penistone today, because I bet you're sick of seeing that place. I know I am. I always seem to go that way, but we're not going to do that today. I'm glad to set brakes work. Power really comes in after 7,000. It really does. So you He knows how to fly. I think that little blast cleared her out a bit. He was very responsive now. Not doing any harm, will it? Certainly feels a bit more lively now. Still been a bit of mucking carburettors that's been chucked straight through exhaust. Do love this. Takes me right back to my youth. Well, when I say youth, mid to late 20s. When I had my RD 350 power valve. I wish I kept that one. That's one bike I do regret selling. Why is there always gravel there? It's going on like. I do like coming around here, but roads are so bloody bad. I think I'm looking through rose tinted glasses, you know, from when I used to be on buses. We came around here a lot. Still feel a bit lucky though that we've got roads like this to ride on. You don't have to go mad, do you? Motorcycling is not about speed. Not for me anyway. Might be for some people, but not for me. As I'm sure you've heard me mention many times, I don't mind cranking it on a bit now and again, but I'm not a speed freak. I think that's how I've managed to get to 57 years old. Might bob into here one down right hand side. Northern College, Stainborough College or Castle I think it's called. I don't know if there's actually a castle there, but I don't know if it used to be an old stately home. It belonged to Earl of Wentworth, I believe. She definitely feels a bit more lively after that little revving session. I think they're engineered for it, aren't they? In fact, I don't think I know they are. She's only going to get better and better the more she gets used. Hopefully. I don't think when Honda built their bikes, or even build them these days, I don't think they intend them to be stuck in somebody's garage for years on end, do they? And I'll admit that's what I've done. That's through a time problem though, like I've said. What a lovely bike it is, this. And I know I keep saying it, but what more would you need? This is plenty fast enough. Especially on our modern pothole infested so-called roads anyway. If you can call them roads, that is. Some of them more like a dirt track. In fact, a dirt track would be better. Probably in better condition. that's my first 100 miles up in 5 years. And it's been an enjoyable first 100 miles. Let's nip up through Tarney. Barnsley Town Hall, where the council sits. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little ride along with me on this beautiful Wednesday morning. If you have, can you pop a like on? Perhaps consider subscribing if you've not already. I would do appreciate it. In fact, I appreciate all my subscribers. So once again, thank you very much. I hope to see you again next time. Thanks very much.